Oh, wow. It's taking forever. Oh, we're live now. It went live.
We are
Good
live.
morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
A hashtag KMT for a t-shirt or a baseball cap.
It's a beautiful day in paradise. I'm in Sarasota. Dr. Nelson is in Florida,
Central
somewhere,
Florida.
right? Ali is in Colombia.
I'm in Colombia. I'm in the coffee region.
And Madison is in Ontario, Canada, near Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, so basically America.
Yeah.
Except I'm on the only place that I don't get beautiful sunshine and fresh pressed orange juice at the moment.
She's
so
in the
I'm pretty envious.
51st state.
I'm down for it. I can't speak on behalf of all of Canada. Everyone was very upset during that period, but I'm here for it.
We're all one in the world.
Yeah. That's
the truth. Yep. All right. I've got Kilt's Mighty Tribe on. I've got Instagram on. And if hashtag KMT on Instagram and Kilt's Mighty Tribe. And so if Kilt's wins the hat or the t-shirt or whatever it is today, then we got to get some tallow giveaway.
Oh, we lost her voice.
Madison,
we can't hear you.
We can't hear you. Ah! One more. Nope, not yet. Oh, that's weird.
Maybe take your headset out.
Yeah, sometimes these. Maybe not yet.
Aww.
Go to settings.
Hello.
Yay.
There we go.
Okay, so this is interesting. I needed my phone out so it would record. Why?
I don't have any clue.
Listen, I make tallow skincare. This is not my wheelhouse, okay? Whatever. We're here. We're live.
That's why we have Ali and Dr. Nelson, because Kilts can't do this.
Bless. Thank God, honestly. But yeah, of course, I will throw in whatever tallow is necessary to get whoever the winner of this challenge is to get their entire skincare line dialed with Tallow Twins.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
So why tallow? Why not olive oil or hemp seed oil or sunflower oil?
Or polyethylene glycol.
Oh, another beautiful option for our skin. Amazing.
Yeah.
Tallow is just the most elite thing that we can put on our skin. It is no different than what we're putting in our body. If we're going to be so conscious of what we're putting in our body, we need to be equally, if not more conscious of what we're putting on our body. We're absorbing it immediately after you put it on your skin anyway. That's why it is so crucial to be conscious of what we're using. Tallow, why tallow? Tallow itself is biogenetically identical to the oils that our skin naturally produces, the sebum. Funny enough, the Latin word for sebum is tallow. So, I mean, if that doesn't make enough sense for you, then I don't know what more you need. But additionally, if you do need more information, tallow itself is packed with fat-soluble vitamins A, E, D, and K, all the things our skin needs to regenerate and heal our skin's microbiome. It's antibacterial, it's antimicrobial, which means all the people with super sensitive skin ailments like eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, rosacea, acne, blah, blah, blah. The list goes on. We could be here for a minute. It's amazing for all of those people. And it's non-comedogenic, which means it doesn't clog your pores. And that is the first thing that your casual normie wants to say. We're like, well, it's beef fat. So isn't it going to make me all greasy and oily and clog my pores? No.
What is soap made out of originally?
Animal fat.
The
original soap.
Right. So in essence, everyone wants to clear those pores and clean them out. What do we add?
Oh no, we lost you. Oh, you're muted again.
It's her wireless. It's trying to steal something. It's weird.
Wow. Yeah.
It's weird.
Do we have her website, Alia?
We'll do it right now.
You can disconnect to remove this iPhone from this Mac.
Okay.
Yeah,
If I
we can hear you now. We
disconnect
can hear you now.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
It
so strange. Why is it only listening
is
to
your
my
wire
phone?
wireless on? You might have
I have no idea. This is just so
Bluetooth.
bizarre.
If you
Stealing
guys
the
have any
signal.
questions, please put them in the chat. QQQ.
So
I mean, if you can
okay.
hear me now, you can
Yeah,
disconnect.
who are the Tallow twins?
Tallow twins are me. I'm one of them. I'm twin B, which means I'm the baby. And then Megan, my twin sister. She's 45 minutes older than me, and she will hold that over me until the day that we die. So
Of course.
yeah, so just the two of us. We founded Tallow Twins 2.5 years ago. It was May of 2023. I was working as a radical birth keeper, which in this like out of system, unregulated world of birth keeping, it's like an unregulated midwife. I'm just legally not allowed to call myself a midwife because I'm not. But for
Oh no, again.
Sound went off again.
oh my gosh, this is going to be so frustrating. What can I do to make sure that it just connects?
Turn your phone off. Is it? I wonder if you turn your
Wait.
phone off or disconnect the Bluetooth. Turn it off because I think it's
Max, bro.
switching.
How are we here?
Good, good.
Oh, I just did it. Okay, I swapped it over so it would record. Why on earth was it ever recording from my phone? That has never happened ever before.
That's so
Again,
strange.
back to me. I catch babies for a living and I make skincare. I do not run technology. But we're back.
Well, what's the most important thing in the universe besides skincare?
Babies.
Babies. And
So I'm sorted.
there seemed to be an issue with men and women either waiting too long or decided not to have babies. What's that about? Well,
Honestly,
what's going on?
I'm not a big believer in the whole if you're past 30, you're geriatric and you're not allowed to have babies anymore. I mean, I'm a firm believer in if you take care of your body, you'll be fertile for much longer than, the medical textbooks are going to tell you to. I think that's a complete pile of garbage, to be honest with you.
Well, what do the medical textbooks tell us to eat?
All the things that will make us infertile.
Yes. Fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, nuts, salad, lean meat, no red meat, chicken, fish, turkey, but you're better off being a vegetarian, according to the modern medical system. And the number of men and women that are infertile and or miscarriages and stillbirths and all sorts of physical, mental dysfunction is on the rise.
Yeah. It's horrific. It's completely devastating because, the unfortunate reality here is that people genuinely don't think that they have any other option and that it is just bad luck and that they need to do IVF and they need to do all these fertility treatments. But it's like, you aren't eating any nutrients. Like, let's start there. And for people that are willing to open up their eyes or be a little bit, think critically just for a moment of what they're putting in their body and how it may be influencing their fertility. It's pretty bizarre. So thankfully, throughout my journey of working as a radical birth keeper in the unregulated birth space, I'm connecting with only women that are aware of these things. I'm supporting women that they're not having any medical person at their birth at all.
Well, so unregulated. I mean, it's as if nature didn't know what it's doing.
Duh. Birth is not dangerous. Birth is not inherently dangerous. Birth is not a medical emergency. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that medical emergencies never arise because they do exist. Obviously, everything exists. I could drop dead right now and I'm a healthy 26-year-old girl. Risk is everywhere. It is not to be avoided, but birth itself is a physiological event. The more we poke and prod at it and calculate it, more things go wrong. I've supported around 55 births at this point in time in my life. And amongst all the home births that I've witnessed, amongst all the unregulated home births that have been had without a regulated midwife there has been way less things go wrong than any variation of hospital birth that I've ever seen. Every single hospital birth that I've ever seen, every single one, there's not one that has been left out. Something has gone wrong.
Why?
If we look at animals, they go somewhere dark, they go somewhere alone, and it's typically at night when they give birth. Now, when we look at how people are giving birth in the hospital, you're under bright LED lights, you're with a team that you don't know, you're being forced on in a position that a woman would never physiologically go. A woman would never lie on her back. And we wonder why things are going wrong. She was induced 3 weeks early because baby was too big or baby was too small. Everything was calculated and baby came out just fine, perfect weight. If anything, a little bit smaller than baby would have been if they would have just let the mom and baby be on their own for 2 more weeks. Things go wrong when you keep poking. Every intervention needs another intervention, and it's, in my opinion, and it's the death of physiological birth. It is so rare that a woman actually gets to just do her thing the way that she needs to do her thing.
And one of the problems with prematurity and post-maturity is back to the lifestyle and the environment and the diet, which ultimately damage the natural and normal physiology of the human body. And nobody's eating. I mean, ultimately, the low-fat diet is our biggest problem.
Yeah, especially for fertility. I mean, fat equals fertility. Fertility equals fat. I have the amount of stories that I've heard from women that were struggling to conceive, or they kept conceiving, but they're having early miscarriages between the 6 to 12 week mark. And then they just started eating more butter, like nothing crazy. They didn't go animal based, but they're like, let's just start with butter. Let's just start with fats. And then they conceive.
Why? Why do you think that is?
Oh my, all the fat soluble nutrients and vitamins that are in the fat, the minerals that we are so deficient in. It is the building block. And honestly, even throughout pregnancy, when my clients reach out to me with any problem, let's say restless leg syndrome, difficulties in sleeping, morning nausea, XYZ, the first thing that I will suggest is minerals.
What is the most toxic substance that so many people are consuming on a regular basis? And it's made from grapes and grains.
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
And American College of OB/GYN still recommends red wine for pregnant lactating women. 2 glasses for men a day is okay, and 1 glass for a woman a day is okay, because there's all these antioxidants in red wine. Not to mention the fact that you smoke a cigarette, you get oxygen. Okay. Right. And so the microbes are good for us or bad for us?
No bueno.
Mal. The microbes make what? Wine and beer in our gut. And what can't they grow on? Butter.
Fat.
Butter. Fat.
Well,
So when you eat the fat, it suppresses the microbes in the gut to reduce the incidence of SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which now allows your body to function normally.
and then you can get pregnant.
And that may be the single, eat butter every day. My good friend Bella, SBG, and just eat butter.
Yeah.
It's so simple, right? Butter makes babies. Butter baby.
Makes babies.
Baby butters, butter baby.
Butter babies. Butter balls.
Yeah. And again, it's such a crazy concept and idea that I grew up on margarine.
Oh God. I'm scared.
Well, and how many
And Crisco.
Crisco. Oh my God.
Ugh.
Right. And how many children, it's cereals and non-fat milk and I was Fairlife protein,
It's quite horrific.
which is a little nuts, but is it as simple? So how many children are raised on formula?
Far too many. And there's a million reasons why that's happening. A, because the hospital is suggesting it. B, the births that these women are going through are so traumatic that it's actually very difficult for their bodies to naturally produce milk immediately. And so women are going through a much more difficult time just to do what their body was innately going to do if it wasn't for all the interruptions. And then C, the moment that the baby is born, a baby's belly is like the size of a cherry as a newborn. So tiny. But the doctors and nurses immediately post-birth are frantically telling women that their babies need to feed immediately. Like they need drops of colostrum at this point. They don't need anything crazy. But all the fear mongering in the hospital, they're like, well, if you're not producing enough right away, go ahead, Dr. Kiltz.
Oh, keep on going. Keep on going. I'm next.
Okay.
I'm next.
He's just
I'm
that shocked.
I'm next.
I'm next. Okay, so in the hospital, these doctors and nurses are now putting on so much pressure on this woman that just had the most traumatic C-section of her life. And it's like, feed your baby now. And if not, we're going to give your baby formula immediately. The moment that one drop of formula touches that baby's gut, immediately and forever, that baby's gut's microbiome is forever changed. And that is devastating. Not to mention the flow of a bottle. A bottle does not equal a breast. Breast is best for a million. We could talk for 3 hours just why breast milk is elite. But
okay, so in my the mother of my child didn't breastfeed, and my child is like the massive milker of the universe for Julia with the G. Like it's an energy transfer, like, I don't know, infinite times a day, which is ultimately babies are meant to be fat on mother's milk. Yeah. And I recognize the ill ideas that we were taught, but think about it. It's all about getting workers to work. Yeah.
Mothers got to go back to work. They can't be feeding their baby at home.
And it's work. And so it's all part of the Industrial Revolution to keep us slaves, soldiers, peasants, prisoners, and propagandists.
Yeah, 100%. I looked at a stat earlier this year that the industry in which all the tools and hacks and toys and basically all the things that are replacing mom, soothers, bottles, swaddles, little bouncy thing, like all the things that are basically pretending to be the mother. This business of all things mother baby products is worth $98 billion each year.
Wow.
That's a big business. So of course they don't want you to be breastfeeding. They have 18 tools and replacements for that. And you can go to work because heaven forbid, if you don't have a dual income home these days, I mean, you're probably not doing too well anyway. So yeah, we're so lost. We're so deep down a rabbit hole. And just the last couple of days, there was a new article that went out about the Free Birth Society and how they were paying influencers to say that free birth is better. And now it's increasing deaths. I mean, I believe it is just another wave of propaganda, making women fearful of taking their births, their physiology, their autonomy, everything into their own hands. And it's the same as food. It's everything. It's making it really difficult for people to just like actually trust and lean into their intuition and what their bodies know how to do. Yeah, Chris, mother's breast milk is best for babies. Absolutely.
We have a couple of questions.
Yep, let's get to them.
All right. Well, one's the comments. Okay. Thankful Pam asks, what else is in the product? You're talking about your tallow. Okay. The tallow whipped. I love a product I ordered, but I found it doesn't last very long.
That is a great question. And to answer that question, no, none of our tallows are whipped. When you whip a product, it just puts a lot of air in it. So what you're actually getting in the jar is like 50% less product. So, I mean, in the name of business, that's a great model to sell tallow if you want to make more money and give out less product. We don't do that because A, I don't like the texture, and B, I actually want to give you enough tallow that's going to last you and nourish your family. So yeah, none of our products are whipped, and we only use organic carrier oils, and some of our products have organic essential oils. We do have essential oil free products for those that want to avoid. But we have 28 different products, from soap to sunscreens, real, edible, nourishing sunscreens, and lip balms, face products, body butters, products for mom and baby, methylene blue healing balms, all the things.
If you can't lick it, it's no good.
No, exactly. You could eat all of our products. Don't, because I mean, it's way more. You can just buy a brick of tallow for a fraction of the price. So, but you could if you had to.
This isn't a question. I'm just going to leave this here.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could back that.
But what we're doing is saying, hey, we have the power individually to change it up. That's what this world is about. That's the beauty of what we're here to do. Master the mission of I call it the Messiah. Basically says, you know, it's all within us. We have the power to change. We're not here to fight against. We're here to build for. The more we build what we want, we have more time to build. But once we get distracted in fighting, that's what they want. Do not get distracted. Always, we're fostering for the building of our families and a better life for all of us.
Mic drop.
Mm-hmm. Is this you guys?
This is us. Yeah. And we have all of our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales on right now, which we will not have any better sales throughout the entire year. So it's definitely a good time to capitalize on gifting tallow skincare for your family or your friends or people that are skeptical about the carnivore diet or, you know, animal-based skincare. Like, I feel like tallow is such a beautiful little seed to plant, because people are like, wait, this is way better than any chemical-ridden garbage I can get at the CVS or anywhere. It's like food for thought. Maybe it's not that scary or gross, and it's actually what humans have been doing since the beginning of time, ancestrally speaking. Like what Dr. Kilt said earlier, what was the first soap ever made of? Tallow. I mean, when we harvest the animal, we use the whole animal. Organs are arguably way more nutrient dense than any muscle meat of basically any animal. We use the fat, we use the hide, we use absolutely everything. We use the friggin' eyeballs. We use everything. And as we should. This is where the nutrient lies. You know, God didn't ask us to harvest animals to throw out 3/4 of it after we take our nice skirt steak off.
Yeah. So where are your animals raised? And
20 minutes away from where we live. We've actually been buying our meat and our half cows, full cows from this farm since Megan and I were old enough to remember. We were little. Our grandmother came over from Poland, and same with this farmer. And then they just kind of built a relationship, and that was just like the local meat plug. And their farm is 20 minutes away from us in like Amish town. And we reached out to them May 2023, said, hey, Megan and I want to buy some beef fat. You know, we started off with 10 pounds, and then it was 20 pounds, and then it was 300 pounds. Obviously, It's still evolved. But it was funny because he was like, wow, it's interesting that you're asking for our tallow, because we would only just in the last 6 months started keeping it, rendering it, and purifying it. Before that, we would just throw it away because no one wanted it. And I'm like, huh, how funny. And now all of a sudden we are going through a saturated fat awakening. It's happening as we speak, slowly but surely. And so, we just started buying the tallow from this farmer, and he renders and purifies it for us. Not too much to destroy the tallow, but just enough to, you know, get rid of the connective tissue and a little bit of the beef smell. And that's a question that we get all the time. Do our products smell like beef? Not at all. Not even the slightest.
So how do you? So you render it.
Mhm.
You take out the solids.
Mhm.
And how many times is it rendered? Twice.
Twice.
And just raw rendered tallow, beef fat.
Yep.
Is what product is that?
We don't have any products of just beef fat. Like all of our products have a carrier oil in them. The percentage of tallow in our products is anywhere between 40 to 60%. So quite a lot. But tallow itself is quite hard. It has a high smoking point, as we all know. So if you were waking up in the morning to put plain tallow on your face, it would be very, very hard to do. That's why also a lot of the brands will whip it to put the air in it to make it nice and pliable. But the texture of whipped tallow, I don't know if any of you guys have tried it, but I personally hate it. It's not my favorite. But yeah, there is a way that you can absolutely whip just solid tallow. For us, we like to add the carrier oils to add additional health benefits and make it more pliable for wherever you want to use it.
What are the carrier oils?
Carrier oils, we use jojoba oil, which is also very, very identical to the oils that our skin naturally produces. We use carrot seed oil. That's another amazing one. Squalene, which is to explain it, it's kind of like an olive oil. And then we also use olive oil. And then for organic essential oils, depending on the healing benefits, depending on the product, we'll use some of those in some of our products. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And everyone always asks, like, did you go to formulation school? Did you do this? And I'm like, when you're only using 4 ingredients that you can eat, you don't need a badge of honor to, we're not mixing harmful chemicals and we need to find out specific ratios. It's finding really good things that you would want to put on your skin and finding what works. And so we've been able to build quite the product line, considering we're not using much. We're just using what we know is so great on our skin.
It's sort of like you have to go to school for everything, but in fact, most of this is just nature.
It's just nature. Like pick up one herbal book, like yeah, or not. Just try it. It's not difficult. Does the oil contain any linoleic acids? Depending on the oil that you're speaking about, obviously, I believe jojoba oil does have linoleic acid in it. Does jojoba oil have? Let's find out.
Other comments coming up, all the questions.
I have a question. What do you think about castor oil? I'm kind of addicted to it.
I love
Organic?
castor oil.
Okay.
I love castor oil. It's amazing. People, to answer the other question, yes, jojoba oil does contain linoleic acid, but only in very small amounts. And also it's not being heated. Keep in mind, these oils are not being heated or boiled. They're staying at room temp from how they were harvested from the plants. So, and also we're not eating it. We're putting it on its skin at its stable base layer.
So castor oil comes from what plant?
Castor beans.
The castor bean.
Yeah.
What is
bean
one of the
itself
most
is so poisonous.
toxic, poisonous plants?
Really?
Castor bean.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Bean itself is super toxic. It can kill you.
It is used to as a toxin to kill your neighbors that you don't like.
If they drank it.
Well,
no, the bean, not the oil. The bean.
If you just take a little bit of the dust of the castor bean, plant, and I know because we had castor bean plants growing in our yard in Los Angeles.
Oh wow!
And so they were like big weeds, and we'd cut them down, and I never knew they were poisonous. I don't know that maybe that's my problem. I've been sniffing castor bean dust, but it is a poison.
Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah,
plant. That's all. But like anything else, it's sort of, it all depends on how the product is produced and what it is. But ricinoleic acid, the monosaturated carbohydrate fatty acid among is usually in that it has hydroxyl. If you don't want to know that, doesn't matter. But it's there again, what we don't know about many of the things we consume.
It's interesting though with herbology and all things herbs and medicine that there are so many things that would be extremely toxic for us to ingest, but putting on our skin could actually be amazing. And yeah, like herbs are very funny. If you don't know herbs, I mean, there's a million books that you could go and most delicious poison. Okay.
Plants.
Wow.
Again, it's kind of a weird concept that ultimately, where do all the poisons come from?
Yeah.
Heroin, cocaine, marijuana, nicotine, caffeine, ricin, and cyanide.
Yeah.
They're plant-derived products.
Totally.
And Dr. Berg was talking about early pharmacology books and herbal medicine, and many of the things like cod liver oil and niacin and vitamin D and things like that. And so it went from mostly plant herbal medicines for healing humans to very few herbal remedies, and now mostly pharmacologic synthetic produced products, which are all derived from essentially plant science.
Yeah, it's really crazy. It's interesting that, yeah, there's so many plants that would be great topically, that wouldn't be good to ingest, like specific, I'm speaking herbal medicine, just like different absorption pathways for whatever you're taking. I'm a really big advocate for tinctures and herbal medicine over all things pharmaceutical. I mean, that was definitely a part of the inspiration in my birth work. Obviously, like if a woman isn't feeling too well, or if she's post-birth and she's bleeding a little bit heavier than what she would be comfortable with, there's a bunch of things that we can take. We can take St. John's wort. We can take cinnamon. We can take, oh my God, shepherd's purse. All these supplements that are made from nature, made from plants that I harvested in my own backyard, and they work. So it's like, herbal medicine is the original medicine. I mean, this we could be here all day, but it's super incredible.
What got you into birthing work?
Honestly, growing up on the farm, like I grew up in a small farm town, and one of my best friends had a goat farm, and we just spent a lot of time at the goat farm, milking the goats, hanging out with the baby goats. And I just found a love for the pregnant goats and watching them give birth. And I was like arguably really, really young, borderline too young, where it's like, should we let Madison just like hang out with the goats when they're giving birth? Like, is this okay? It could be a little bit aggressive. But I just really loved it. And ever since then, which I was about 5-6 years old, I just said that I'm going to be a baby doctor. Obviously that term has evolved. I never want to be a doctor, of that sort, of OBGYN doctor. And so, yeah, then it went to midwifery. And then I didn't get into any of the midwifery schools post high school because I was an immature student. I was 17 years old. They wanted me to have an undergrad in nursing or biomedical science or health science. And so then I kind of took a route for osteopathy, which is holistic manual therapy. I'm sure you guys are fully aware of osteo. And then I was like, dang, like maybe I'll just work on pregnant moms and babies. And I eventually found my way back to birth work via being a doula. And then I felt like my dream came true. I was supporting home births with regulated midwives. And then it wasn't long after just 1 or 2 births where I was witnessing the way that these midwives were treating the women as if they were just like, it's just protocol. That is it. We need to give you X amount of cervical exams. We need to give you X amount of ultrasounds. We need to X, all the things. And I was like, what is going on here? She's just trying to breathe through this contraction, and you're hounding her on all the things that you need to monitor to make sure everything's okay. Like, she seems okay. She's acting okay. Why is everything all of a sudden a medical emergency? And so it wasn't long, quite literally 2 births after my first 2 births ever supported. I was like, there's something wrong here. And then that's when I just slowly made my way into supporting women just on my own, women that wanted to birth outside of the medical system, that genuinely trusted their bodies.
We have some more questions.
So what about diet in your clients that you see?
My clients personally, these are all very animal-based women. These are all women that are single ingredient households. Not all of them are carnivore. I have supported a few carnivore women, but these women are taking animal-based proteins and single ingredient foods, and like that is what their household eats.
Why don't we say animal-based fats? Why do we focus on protein?
Yeah, true. All things animal-based fats. We really need to bring in like all things. I mean, in my mind, animal-based, I'm like, butter is animal-based.
But when we say the word protein, we forget about protein poisoning. We forget about rabbit starvation.
Poisoning.
And we forget that it's actually a low-fat diet that's our problem.
Yeah.
And so it's animal fat that should be our focus.
Yeah.
Because someone says protein, they're eating chicken, turkey, and lean meat, and they're still sick.
No, completely. Yeah. Like you're fat deficient, literally.
You're fat deficient in your eating, but you might be fat because when you eat fat, animal fat, it suppresses the microbes and it satiates. And because we see so many people in the keto, carnivore, and paleo worlds and Atkins worlds that ate fatty meat and suddenly felt better, healed their diseases, and either they return to a proper human physique.
Yeah. And everyone just like has this mindset of like, fat equals fat. Fat equals I'm going to get fat. And it's like, that could not be further from the truth. Heal your metabolism for frick's sakes. Like, oh my God.
Fat be the fittest.
Yeah.
Fat be the fittest. Protein. It really, you either eat animals or plants. And the only thing we know that is separate, because there's a muscle cell made up of fat or protein or both.
Both.
Right.
You can't have one without the other.
Well, and right. So the cell, we don't eat protein. We eat the cell of an animal or cell of a plant, which contains, and the plants contain poisons. Someone mentioned frog poisons. Ultimately, how many plants are poisonous and how many animals are poisonous? When was the last time you went frog hunting, Dr. Nelson?
My daughter found a very bright yellow frog, and I'm like, please don't touch that. But we didn't eat it. We weren't going to eat it.
There's a reason for bright colors of certain animals, right?
I actually held the second most venomous thing in the ocean. So naive. I saw the most adorable little octopus in a tide pool in Indonesia, and I was just bewildered. I was like, what a beautiful creature. And I believe that my aura must be so great that this little octopus, it's called the blue-ringed octopus. You guys can look it up afterwards. The blue-ringed octopus. And I just thought it was just so beautiful that I started playing with it, and it was playing with me for like 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Didn't choose to kill me, but there is enough venom in it to kill 26 grown adults.
Irwin, what was his name? The guy
Australian guy, Steve Irwin.
Right, that eventually his luck ran out.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop picking up cute little
Yeah. It's sort of like, it's kind of like playing with sharks or killer whales, right? Even like in the sea worlds of the world, eventually, right?
Yeah. We need to answer some of these questions. Julia Carolyn Greenblatt, is there tallow? And I think she uses methylene blue balm.
We do have one methylene blue balm. It is called a Blue Healer. This one doesn't have any essential oils. So this is the one that we recommend for people with like scars, eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, rosacea. If you have a severe rash, burn, like if you're outside all day and you unfortunately have a high seed oil diet and you do burn your skin, then you're going to go in with the methylene blue balm, the healing balm. And it's incredible.
Now that you mentioned that, why would a high seed oil diet, for people that don't understand, why would their skin burn versus people that are doing animal-based carnivore sort of diets?
So when we're eating polysaturated fats, our bodies actually burn more in the sun. And Dr. Kiltz, I'm sure you can explain this way better on like a physiological level, but it is so true. Like what we're eating inside our body affects how our body is able to produce melanin and actually be able to withstand sunlight. And so we notice that a lot of people in our world that are eating high animal fat based diets, we don't burn as much in the sun. And this is facts. Obviously, if we're out on the ocean all day long, like we're gonna burn, of course. But in the scale and the ratios and all the studies that have been done versus like saturated fats versus unsaturated fats, it's pretty insane.
So there's a photosensitizing nature of the plant versus an animal. So like tetracycline, there's certain drugs that actually make you photosensitive. So if you get on the sun makes your skin go red. Okay, it's an immunologic reaction. You know, and that's what a lot of this is. So ultimately, oils contain plant phytochemicals, which also are sensitizing, and they can cause you to burn.
Breezy Brown, do you guys have any suggestions for helping to fight dementia?
I would say animal-based diet, high fat diet. Our brains are made of fat. You need to have so much fat. And then on an herb side of things / medicinal mushroom, lion's mane mushroom is incredible for all things brain neural pathways. It's incredible. What is this?
What's that?
The relationship of alimentation, disease.
Dr. Salisbury.
It's the microbes. You feed the microbes and they flourish in a low-fat, animal fat diet. Occam's razor, simple answer. The more plants you eat, the more the microbes grow. The microbes are not our friends. They're everywhere, but when they overgrow, that's where disease happens. And so that's why a high animal fat diet is the simplicity to the project, right? And lion's mane is a medicinal drug that ultimately, you know, it's kind of like where do antibiotics all come from? They come from
mold.
They come from the microbe. They come from bacteria or yeast and plants because they both want to control other colonies of microbes. It's kind of like an army, right? Armies all work to control other armies, right? Some of them succeed and some of them don't.
So what are your thoughts on all things medicinal mushroom? Chaga, reishi, lion's mane, cordyceps?
I mean, again, if you're not healing from a fasting and fat, well, that's where these other sources come in for healing.
Yeah,
but
definitely start there. Like that's the root.
Fat and fasting are critical, and the fat suppresses the microbes in the gut, which suppress the microbes everywhere in your body. But I'm not an expert on which one to use, but I would say yes, there's value in these things because, you know, we live in a world where there are plants, animals, and microbes, and spiders and frogs. You know, and remember, all organisms want to basically be alive, and there's no organism that says, "Hey, let's colonize a human being and let's make them happier." And the only way they do that is make alcohol or heroin.
Charger Mopar, why not use coconut oil? That is the only oil I have used in soaps.
I'm pro coconut oil, but I want to hear Dr. Kiltz's feedback.
Well, I would say that, it is a plant product. It's probably not as good as tallow, lard,
Yeah.
ghee, but it is of the list of between olive oil, coconut oil, hemp seed oil, and avocado oil. Did I mention that? These are probably
I think his question relates to the carrier oils.
so I'm
fair.
getting to the fact that the oils are the least toxic, and so thus you're able to utilize it as a carrier oil because it's the least toxic, and you're adding it because it's a little softer at room temperature.
Yeah, it definitely offers a nice texture. The thing about coconut oil is that it actually can be comedogenic, which means it does have more ability to clog pores. It's not as biogenetically identical to tallow, which makes sense because it's coming from a coconut and not an animal. We're an animal. We're not a plant or a coconut. But that being said, it does do wonders for a lot of people's skin. It is great for people with sensitive skin. It is a beautiful saturated fat. So yeah, that being said, I don't use coconut oil often in my diet, but there is times where I will add a scoop of coconut oil to my drinks, to my coffee, to my smoothies, to teas, to lattes. And I do really love it. And for anyone that is like pro Ray Peat, which is definitely no one in this call, like all things like metabolic health and like the Ray Peat diet. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that.
No.
But anyway, it is very interesting, and he's very pro coconut oil. Another question by Julia. Do you wholesale? Yes, we do. We have a Fair account, which you can find us on Fair to buy all things wholesale, or just reach out to us directly and we can have a conversation.
Awesome.
We're going to add to Kelp Marketplace.
Great idea.
Let's go.
That's a great idea.
Ollie and Nelson and the team are working on that.
That's
By
right.
26, we'll have it done.
Consider it
Yes.
done. Q1. It's consider it already done.
Well, remember, you think about it, the animals kind of graze and raise on their own, but a lot of the industrial agriculture to raise coconuts and all these other, they're highly reliant on industrial farming.
Yeah.
But the animal, if you go back to our ancient regenerative grasslands, that's it. Fencing and industrial farming is part of the problems with the world.
Yeah. Reason 8 million why it's important to shake your rancher's hand if you can. Like wherever the closest farm to you is, just go meet a farmer. Like it's not that difficult. And if it's too far for you, put in the extra hour of work in 1 week and reach out to a few people that have similar like-minded values of you, where you want to source your meat, and make a little pickup group. Have 5 people in your group, and every 5 weeks you guys take turns to go pick up the meat. If it's maybe an hour away or 2 hours away, like it's so easy to make excuses of what's convenient, or I'm just going to buy meat from the grocery store. Like you just don't need to. And yeah, we're all just making a bunch of excuses if you don't want to go the extra mile to figure it out, to source from like a regenerative farm or the best that you can do. Maybe it's not completely 1,000,000% regenerative, but you do what you do. We have a question by Brendan. What do you think about adding extracts like vanilla, almond to my tallow moisturizer? Absolutely. Vanilla has a lot of health benefits for the skin. It's actually very soothing. It works great as a bug repellent as well in the summer. If you just spray pure vanilla extract on your skin, it's a great bug repellent. I don't know much about almond extracts, and I would definitely make sure that they're both pure and not coming from the anal glands of a beaver, because I know some fake vanilla extracts actually use that. Just so keep that in mind. Even though maybe that's animal based, maybe that's more animal based. I don't know.
Ew.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. It's a no for me, but whatever you want.
But Dr. Kiltz needs your vanilla bug repellent line now. He needs that.
I use
specifically.
vanilla, vanilla powder and make an extract.
Oh, I love that. What do you add to it to make the extract? Like, do you do distilled water, alcohol? I'm assuming not alcohol.
Just so alcohol, I don't like, and that's one of the problems with a lot of the vanilla extracts. It's alcohol.
Yeah.
Right.
Water. I mean, or you could mix it again in a little tallow. You get that's where olive oil and remember most of these are oil. They dissolve in oil.
Yeah.
Fat rather than water and that's why the ice cream I make is made out of cream.
Yeah. I put bacon grease in my hair and attract all the dogs in the park.
Yeah.
Target prime rib. Let's go.
Yeah. And it's interesting. Many of the animals are also damaged by the plants they eat and they graze on.
Yeah.
So they suffer photosensitization, dermatitis, and all of these infections and inflammation. Remember, the United States Department of Agriculture realizes that the animals get sick on plants and they lose money. So they want to make sure those animals are healthy. But you and I get sick on plants, they make money. There's no reason for them to tell you not to eat plants.
That's right. This is for Dr. Nelson. Just to confirm, it's correct that we don't have our coaching lesson session this Wednesday. Tomorrow.
I just answered that in the chat, but no.
Oh, okay.
Happy Thanksgiving. No class this week.
There you go. This one's for Dr. Kiltz.
That can't be a Thanksgiving. That's got to be a negative, right? No, Dr. Nelson. Let's see.
That's a sad giving without Dr.
What age
Nelson.
should you die? How long should you live? You will die eventually. Oh, James Allen. If you guys haven't ever read James Allen's work as a man thinketh, the man was a prolific writer, 19 books in 9 years-ish. And his wife wound up posthumously publishing. He died at 47. So how long is any of us going to live? And when are we going to die? And what are we going to die of? The answer is, I don't know. I don't care. We're born to die. The time in between, get online, read a book, write a book, share a story, create something, make a tallow, lotion, cream, build a business, make babies, build families, and have faith in God.
Yeah. And don't focus on when you're going to die. That's my advice.
Well, when you die every day to live and give it up to God, I mean, that's ultimately, it's sort of like embrace the concept that you're here for a short time. And so do something like you're doing. Do you have any favorite books or spiritual ideas or anything that you follow or practice?
Are you asking one of us, or are we talking about the guy that asked when he's going to die?
He's asking you.
Madison.
Let's go. I am so incredibly passionate about all things birth. And I think while I'm here on this planet, I'm going to be planting a lot of seeds to hopefully just allow people to dig a little bit deeper in the critical thinking skills that they have, just to think a little bit more about how capable we all are, how birth is inherently not dangerous. We are here to do what we need to do. And when we are giving ourselves the right nutrients and the right information, we can just flourish so much more. On top of that, through my birth work, I mean, that's actually how Tylak twins became a thing, because my birth clients were asking me, what can I use on my skin? And then that's how I started making Tylak skincare. So by following my passions, it has allowed me and to do all the things that I believe in. It has given me so many opportunities to be in this space, to be having these conversations with you guys, to be planting real seeds for real people to be happier and healthier. And yeah, I am a very spiritual person. I have faith. I trust that whatever is going on, there is a greater purpose. And that makes all the really difficult times feel a little bit better. And it's not to avoid the difficult times. I have this very, very strong belief. I'm sure this is a theory by some psychologist somewhere, but I believe that like life is a spectrum, and however much we can feel on the top and how great we can feel, we need to make room for how deep we can feel. And this may not feel very good, and this feels like suffering, but that only makes more space for the good that we can feel. And I'm living that every single day, and just really, really having trust, even when it's really hard to have faith and trust.
Well, nothing comes out of easy.
No.
It all comes out of hard, and we die to live. I mean, it's hard is what we're here for. Life is dangerous, and we are going to die, but you can relive that every day in amazing growth and faith in God, which is within all of us. It's a conversation, right? It's the language we live by. And science and spirit are all one thing. They're the same.
Yeah.
They're different. They're not opposite.
It all coincides. It is a song and dance, and dance it. Life's a garden. Dig it. We just need to keep plugging along. Find something you're passionate about. Work on it. Talk about it.
It's a story. It's a story. It's a story. Avoid natural death, not faith, but immortality. Science has arrived, and our mortality is now reality. Science and spirit are the same. It's a story.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to tell? Every day, have faith in God and within all of us, and make the story magical.
Yep. That's what we're doing here. Make it worthwhile. Life is short. So
Tallow twins, right?
Tallow twins, tallowtwins.ca. Our Instagram and Twitter is at Tallow Twins. I talk a lot about birth. I talk a lot about food. I talk a lot about skincare. And we make a lot of just fun, silly content, my twin sister and I. You're speaking to like marketing, aesthetic, passion behind the whole thing. But my twin sister is operations and our personal stunt devil. She is hilarious and arguably my favorite person on the entire planet Earth.
Aw.
Awesome. Awesome.
Rachel Gutlovic 65. Congratulations. Please email me, alia@drkills.com, and we will send you some tallow.
Yay, Rachel. So excited for you to get your tallow goodies. It is food for your skin, and I am so pumped to hear how you love it.
Awesome. Well, Dr. Kiltz, we got 3 minutes left.
Dr. Kiltz, have you used the tallow that I gave you?
100%. I love it.
How do you feel about it?
Well, how do I look?
Oh, we just shaved 10 years off.
Oh my God, 100.
Moisturizer.
You know, the universe is healing all of us every day, and it's so important to heal ourselves with. Again, we're utilizing what nature has created.
Yep. That's it.
And ultimately, the most important thing is making babies.
Yeah. I'm over here trying to do that. Need to find a husband to give me a bunch of babies. I'm ready. I'm ready.
That's but God has delivered you the man to make a family.
Yeah.
God has delivered. Remember, it starts in the mind. And the magic of JC is the dude never had a negative thing to say about anyone.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. He's somewhere.
He's within us. Remember, the secret is simple. As you think, so shall it be.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for him. He has arrived.
Aw, it's gonna set me off on a better leaf today as I go through my day.
Every day, I'm grateful to the man in my life and the family I built.
Amen.
It's faith. And that's why James Allen, if you haven't read James Allen, you must. The Mind is the Master, his magic compilation of his books put together by his wife after he died at 47. And again, hardship, strongship. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. We're on tomorrow morning and Thursday morning.
Yeah, and Black Friday. We're on all week. Because you're not cooking a turkey.
There, without the dark, there's no light. Right, Madison?
Look, there's light. There's light coming up right now in Canada.
Nice.
It's very sunny in Colombia. I'm very jealous.
Always.
So what is that book by James Allen? Mind and Matter?
Mind over matter? Mind is
Mind is the
master.
Right. Mind is the Master by James Allen.
Mind is
the Master. Hold on with Kiltsy a second. Let me see if I can get this down without breaking everything. Oh,
there we go. Okay, Mind is the Master. Wow, I just love how you have all these books within arm's reach.
I got them everywhere. Audible books are great.
Yeah.
And again, and my Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. You got to read the Gospels. The mythology of God.
Yep, we're lining in. I just got my first Bible actually a couple weeks ago, and I'm diving in.
Nice.
That's it. It's all the biblical stories, and you know where God is, don't you? Everywhere.
Correct answer.
Everywhere, and within us is really the. And you have to emulate. You have to outpicture God in everything you do. That's what this mission is all about.
Amen.
That's it. All right.
It was
All right,
so good
everybody.
chatting with you guys.
Madison,
Thank you.
awesome. Nice to see you.
Good to see you as well. Thank
God
you,
bless.
everybody. Thanks for having me. It was truly so fun to talk about all these things that we're all so passionate about. We're making big waves. We're making the world a happier, healthier place.
I think we need
Thanks,
to do a
Pam.
carnivore conversations about conception.
Yeah, that is a whole conversation we need to line in on. Let's do that soon.
Ollie will line that up because
Yep.
I'm an OBGYN and a fertility doctor, and my job in life is to help people make babies naturally.
Let's do it. Let's
Love
do
to.
it.
Love to. All right. God bless all.
3 p.m. Two crazy ketos.
Uh-oh.
That'll be great.
Yeah, I've got to get them also crazy ketos to Kiltz's studio because they're right nearby.
Oh, I need to do that too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Let's go.
I'll do that.
Mark with them to get a time here. All right. Bye.
All right.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.